Great afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Masterclass Marathon. We're here on a Saturday. We absolutely love being able to be here, sharing info with you, making sure that you get what you know you need to know, and some things you didn't even know you needed to know. So as our speakers join, we are here to share information with you. If anyone ever actually wants to be a speaker here on the Masterclass Marathon, this is for the general entrepreneur who actually wants to teach something. You want to share something with the rest of the world. So let me bring one of my speakers up. I'm excited about being here. Yes, here we go. Here we go. So if you ever thought about teaching and making sure that people know more about your business, this is a great platform to be able to share exactly who you are with the rest of the world. So let me see. I got, hi Garnett, how are you this afternoon?
I'm doing good, Coach Shamik. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Beautiful. I'm doing great. Having a great Saturday.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I'm actually going to, I was still eating, so I don't think I should eat on camera. So we may let you get started. I see Kamisia turn her camera off, so maybe she's doing something as well.
Yes, it put me on the spot right away. Well,
Yes,
I'm always
sir.
ready.
Yes, sir. You know how
They
we
say you
do
gotta
it.
stay ready.
Yeah, so let me just tell everyone what's going on. So you guys are watching the Masterclass Marathon. We're here every Saturday and Sunday. Saturdays is at 12 Eastern and Sundays is at 12. So the general entrepreneur who actually has something to teach about their business, to let you know what their business looks like, how you could actually be a part of it, how you do what they're doing, how you could get their services, all of the above. So we're here for exposure and to make sure we're connecting with the right people. So please share this live out and let some others
Oh
know to
yeah,
get
I'm
in
sure.
here and chat with us because we're really excited about sharing with you. So we have a variety of speakers that come on, and we're just going to ask that you share it out and we can get started. So Garnett, if you are ready, I'm going to go off camera so I can finish eating, and I'm going to let you have the mic. Our speakers have 13 minutes to give you a lesson, and then they have 2 minutes to tell you exactly who they are, what they actually do, who they serve, and what it is that they actually have to offer. So if you guys are ready, share the live out. I'll be right back. Garnett, you have 13 minutes on the clock, sir.
All right, wonderful, Coach Shamika. So hi everyone, my name is Garnet Jr., Garnet JR on all social media, right? I'm a cryptocurrency and business coach. I help aspiring entrepreneurs invest and understand cryptocurrency in the most simplistic way possible, right? And safely, right? So what I'm here to talk about today is basically how you protect your crypto. So I know a lot of persons are hearing about cryptocurrency and they might think that, hey, cryptocurrency is this bad thing that's happening within the space, right? But I'm here to tell you that cryptocurrency is not, right? It is the way of the future, just like when the internet was being established, right? A lot of persons heard about the internet and they didn't believe in it. And right now, we can't live without the internet, right? So Web 2 was the internet and Web 3 is cryptocurrency, right? So, just to give you a correlation. So I'm here to show you how when you have your assets, so this is after you're onboarded, right? So I'm a cryptocurrency coach again, so I can help you with the onboarding process, right? It's no pyramid thing where, hey, you gotta get persons to join and anything like that. I'm not doing the Forex peer comparison with it. I'm giving you solely crypto, teaching you how to invest into the market, right? Teaching you how to go into the market safely, how to prevent yourself from being scammed and being taken advantage of. Some of the strategies that you need to implement before you start buying crypto, because we know that, hey, regulation is coming. So we have to prepare ourselves for taxes prior to. And it's not just after when we make the money, then we're going to say, oh my God, oh, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. We have to have a strategy in place before we get involved. And then the other thing is choosing where we get this money, right? And knowing how we get the money. Because not everything, sorry about that, not all the platforms work based on the jurisdiction you're living in, right? What might work in Canada might not work in America. What might work in South America might not work in Europe or the Caribbean, right? So basically, you have to differentiate and you have to know how to get yourself started out, right? And we have to know how to get verified and all that good stuff, right? So I basically break it down for you and give it to you in a more simplistic way so it's more digestible. Because I always say this, right? You can go on the internet and do it yourself, but if you have somebody to guide you, it's always better, and it changes the trajectory of your life, right? So I'm just gonna here to show you how you can protect your crypto within this lesson, right? So one of the first things I tell everyone to do is get an email that is dedicated to cryptocurrency only. The reason why, when you use your regular emails and you attach those emails to like free softwares, right? Or you attach it to different social media sites on the back end, Google and those type of companies, they take that information and they sell that information, right? So that's why a lot of persons can get hacked very, very easily, because that information that you forfeited freely to get a free game, because there's always something for something. Like there's never nothing for nothing. There's never something for nothing. These free software that you get, they are collecting your data, and data is something that is sold, and it's very high price, right? So that's what happened in the back end. So when you're getting yourself involved in cryptocurrency, right, to protect yourself, you have to make sure that, hey, you establish a dedicated email address just for crypto. If you don't have a dedicated email and you want to use your regular email, just set up a two-factor authentication, right? That's another secondary security measure to prevent somebody from basically hacking or getting inside your email address. So that's another way how you can protect your cryptocurrency. But I always say this, get yourself a dedicated email address. So that's one way how you can protect your cryptocurrency, right? Another way how you can protect your cryptocurrency, basically after you have got it, right, is having a dedicated device. Have one device basically solely for cryptocurrency. If you're more advanced and you understand the space, then you can, have multiple devices, but have a dedicated device solely for crypto, right? Don't utilize your regular phone where you have your different social media apps, and the apps always tell you, hey, you need to allow this to happen so we can access this phone, right? Somebody can send you, if they know that you're involved in cryptocurrency, and link or an email. Once you click on that link and email, somebody can basically send over a phishing software where they pull off the information on your phone, or they can hack your phone, right? They can definitely do that. So that's why I tell a lot of persons to protect your crypto, get a dedicated device, right? That's not connected to the internet. Only time you're connected to the internet is when you're gonna basically place like a transaction, or you're gonna do some trading, right? That's the time when you basically utilize your device. So always get a dedicated cryptocurrency device. So that's another way to protect it. So after you have your device now, right, you have to set up a PIN code. Don't let someone who has presence, or say you have family members, right, don't just give them easy access to your device just like that. Have a PIN code set up, a passcode set up, and don't use the 1 2 3 4 or the 00. Set up a particular pattern, right? Even if you have to write it down. Don't just let somebody just freely enter your device and can do whatever they want, right? That's not something that we're going to encourage. And I'll never tell anyone today, hey, just leave your phone open. We know some persons have issues where, relationship is concerned. So that's why I say, hey, get a dedicated device. So if you're, have your partner, whoever, right? And they know that, okay, I don't have to worry about it. It's locked up for a reason, right? And it's dedicated only to crypto. They don't have to think about anything else. So that's another game for, the relationship play, right? Like if you're in the cryptocurrency space, have dedicated devices just to crypto, right? And make sure you put your codes on it, right? So alongside you have the code, somebody can easily figure out your code, or they can watch you. So now you're going to set up another code, which is a two-factor authentication, right? So the two-factor authentication basically is where you get another code outside of the phone from an authenticator. It could be Google Authenticator, or it can be any authenticative software. There's a whole lot of them, but the most popular is the Google Authenticator, right? So after someone basically, how does this work? After someone basically enters the regular PIN code that you put in, or passcode or pattern, right, they can access the device or access the platform. But if they're gonna say send a transaction, they're gonna pull off the money, right? There's supposed to be another code that say, oh, hold up, wait a minute here. What are you doing? Right? Please verify that you say who you are. And then they have to go to the authenticative device and get that authenticative software, and get that code, right? And enter it in order to make that transaction go through. So that's another way we can protect your crypto, especially from like scammers, because if they don't have your device, right, and they can't get that code, how can they hack your phone? They cannot do it. unless you give them access to it. And a lot of persons, this is what we do when people contact us on the internet. We give over our information freely. They tell you some kind of story, and then you basically give them the information, and they ask you specific, say, hey, there's an authenticative code on their phone. Can you please provide me with that? You take that code and you give them. They hack your device, right? And that's what happens with a lot of these hacks. So we have to make sure that, hey, that authenticative code, we protect it and we know what we're doing. And alongside that, even when, say, you're doing, say, trading bots, and you're going to be using software to do trades for you, and they have the API. The API basically always has an authenticative feature towards it. So they always put that mechanism in place. So you can't just go ahead and just get into the market and don't have a strategy to protect your crypto. Because it's not just about making this money. It's about protecting it and keeping it, right? You can make it fast, but you can lose it fast also. Very, very fast, in minutes within the cryptocurrency space. Minutes, not even minutes, probably seconds. Because if they're using trading bots or some bot software, within seconds you can lose your dough. So you have to have these mechanisms in place, right? So let's recap again. We say the email address, dedicated device, we have PIN code, and then we have basically the passcode, right? So those are some mechanisms that we can utilize to protect our crypto. So with the Google Authenticator, some of the authenticative software, right, they are attached to your device. So if your device gets broken or stolen, or you're not able to access your device anymore, and you can't produce that code, you won't have access to your crypto, or you won't have access to your assets. A lot of persons don't tell people about this with the Google Authenticator. It's attached to your device solely. So what happens if you lose your device? What happens if someone steals it? What happens if it breaks? How are you going to get access to it? But I have the sauce for you, right? So there's authenticative softwares where you can utilize and you can migrate. What does that mean? When you have your Google Authenticator on your phone, right, you can't move it to another phone. It has to be attached to your phone. But if you get a software, for example, Authy, right, you have Authy and you use that authenticative software, right, if your device is broken or stolen, you can log into Authy on another device, right, and get the authenticative code that you need to access your crypto. So that's a major hack. It sounds so simple, but it's very, very good, especially if you're in a particular situation where you have a lot of assets on your particular device, right? So take note of that, right? A lot of persons don't tell you about it. You don't hear it in the streets, but that's a very, very, very important point, the Google Authenticator. Another way, right, is taking your money or your assets completely off the cryptocurrency platforms. Because we have a saying, say, hey, if it's not your keys, it's not your coin, right? Just need to save the soft key password in case you break that phone. Yes, you can you can save it, but what if you save it on the phone? A lot of persons don't want to go ahead and write down a lot of stuff. People are always analytical. They want to keep stuff on their phones, right? So what if the entire phone gets messed up? And do you really want to keep all your passwords on your phone, right? Because at the end of the day, Google still saves it in their back and they can go ahead and access those passwords. It's not hard to do, right? And even if you have Samsung Pass, right, and you save all your passwords there, someone can still have access to Samsung's Pass, right? Or even the iPhone, the keychain. The other day, the keychain was also hacked, right? And all of that leaked. So do you really want to keep everything? Anything that is digitized can be hacked, honestly, right? So the next way, which is the safest way you can store or protect your crypto, is putting your crypto on a cold storage device like the Ledger, the Trezor. I prefer the Ledger, to be honest, right? It looks a little bit more smaller than the Trezor. It looks kind of a little bigger. That's just my personal preference, right? And I can put it over my neck and wear it as a keychain and go anywhere in the world, right? I can have millions of dollars on it, right? So when you're going across, or they say it's normally 10 grand or anything like that, and you have everything on your little device, you're good to go. You don't have to stress yourself out, right? You don't have to worry about nothing because it's just literally like a flash drive. And if you wanted to get it even smaller, you can break it down and put it in a little, and just walk with your thing. So now you don't have to worry about your assets or all of that stuff, right? Because we know that really and truly, do we own certain stuff like our houses, our cars, land? Do we really own it? Because if we don't pay taxes for it, you can't really own it. But with crypto, you can move your asset off the cryptocurrency exchanges, put it to a cold storage device like the ledger, and you can have ownership over assets, right? Because remember, again, guys, very important, if it's not your keys, it's not your coins. So if you leave your money on cryptocurrency exchanges, if you read terms and service, they can tell you that, hey, they can kick you off the platform without notice. They can do anything they feel like they want to do because there's no regulation in the space right now. One of the most secured platforms, though, is crypto.com. So they add a secondary measure apart from the ledger, right? And you have the passcode, then you have the Google Authenticator. They have a time frame where, in order for you to make a transaction with a new wallet address, or you're going to do some new transactions or send in some new money, you have to wait 24 hours, right? So that's time for me, Coach Ramika.
Yes.
All right, guys. So that's how you protect your crypto, right? Take it off that's online and put it offline to a ledger, right? That's the most secure and the safest way, right? So I have the 2 minutes right now, Coach?
Yep. Now you got 2 minutes to let everyone know how they can connect with you.
All right, guys.
And
So
what
how
you
you can
have to offer.
Definitely, guys. I got a lot to offer, right? But I'll give it to you in a more digestible way, right? Because I'm building a whole ecosystem to help a whole lot of persons, right? So how you can get in contact with me? You can click the link in my bio and book a call with me, right? At Garnet Jr. Garnet Jr. So Garnet Jr. Right? I'm on all social media as Garnet Jr. except for Facebook, which is Garnet Jr. Chambers, and TikTok, Garnet Jr. Chambers, right? So you can go on Garnet Jr. Chambers and get in contact with me, right? So guys, I have some specials for you, right? If you want to get some crypto information, if you want to get a coaching session, right? I have a free promotion going on where you can get on live with me and I'll coach you for free. Outside of that, it has to be a paid service. So that's one way how you can get an interaction with me and you can basically learn some crypto live and direct, right? In the flesh. I'm not behind any camera, right? That's one way how you can do it, right? In the link in my bio, I have a Decrypto course. There's a link there called the Decrypto course, right? You can basically click on that link, right? Sign up for the course that I'm releasing soon and you get a free checklist. That checklist is going to give you the game to get yourself started with regards to cryptocurrency, right? You have to know certain stuff before, and I'm giving it to you for free. So go ahead and go to the decryptocourse.com. So it's www.decryptocourse.com. Decrypto. We're breaking it down and making it easy for you to understand what cryptocurrency is, right? So go ahead and get your free checklist from decryptocourse.com. One more thing, guys. I have a free webinar coming up, right? Within the next 2 weeks, you're going to be coming on live with me and I'll be teaching you free, right? Teaching you free. I have a webinar, guys. This is where you can come and learn some cryptocurrency game free of cost. Because I not only teach you how to get into the market, how to buy cryptocurrency, how to sell, I teach you how to prepare for taxes, because that is very important, and correlate that with wealth building principles. So think about crypto, right? And the traditional system. I have systems for crypto and real estate, crypto and life insurance, crypto and whatever business area. Crypto can be embedded with any area, with any business there is. You know, just hit me up and let us talk. All right, Coach. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming and speaking today, Garnet. He has been giving you guys information about crypto. He has given you deeper information today. Whenever we come on, you never know what we're going to say. You never know what we're going to talk about. So don't think we're going to say exactly what we said last time. Haha. Yes. So if you are here and you are just meeting Garnet, make sure you give him a follow by clicking the arrow right above our heads and connect with him. I have another speaker coming up, which is Camicia, the course creator experience. She is going to share her information with you shortly. You guys are watching the Masterclass Marathon, which is here on Saturdays at 12 and Sundays at 7 Eastern. If you would like to be a speaker, I want to make sure that you have an opportunity to do so by going to the link in my bio or going to masterclassmarathon.com to register as a speaker. If you are a speaker that is here today and you are next coming up, make sure that you request to be in the live so I can pull you up. So without further ado, make sure you guys are giving some shares out. Tell some other folks to get in here because Camicia is about to blow some fire, okay? So, Camicia, you already know what to do. You have 13 minutes on the clock. It's storming here. Okay. All right, 13 minutes on the clock.
Okay, hello everybody. I am Camicia, your course creation strategist, and I help busy entrepreneurs to take the information that they already have inside of their head, the experience that they have, the knowledge that they have, the training that they've received, and turn that into a profitable online course that delivers explosive sales on repeat. And so today I want to talk to you guys about quality courses versus trash courses. Okay, we just gonna get to the point because I'm just tired of seeing them. Okay, trash courses are those courses that people are paying for and not receiving the results that they were expecting to receive, for many reasons, right? Sometimes those reasons may be that the value, the information that the course contained was, for one, it may not have been relevant, right? So sometimes there's a whole bait and switch where the information that they're selling is not necessarily the information that is received once that course is purchased. Another reason a course might be considered a trash course is because the pricing of it didn't necessarily align with the information that was given, right? As well as it being full of BS is what I call it. As Purple Heart Mark is saying in the comments, fluff information, but it's BS. That's what it is. Because over here we don't do fluff. It's BS. Basically information that doesn't help, right? It's not giving you anything you need. It's just there filling spaces, making that course appear to be longer than it really needs to be. And it's not giving you the results quick enough because, again, it's BS, right? So now we're going to switch and talk about what quality courses look like and what a quality course should contain, and how to kind of find out if courses of quality before you start to purchase them and before you create one, right? Because the last thing I want is for you guys to be out here creating courses and for people to be talking about your courses are trash. Okay. And you may be wondering, like, where did she get this from? Well, I will tell you that over the last couple of weeks I've been talking to different people, and they've even shared with me some of the courses that they've purchased, and they are so concerned about the courses that they want to. Y'all, it's a whole situation. They are concerned about the courses that they want to create. They're scared to create their own courses because of the experiences that they've had with other people's courses. And they're like, Kamisi, can you just tell me, make sure that my course don't look like that? Can you make sure that my course, is better than that? So, I just want to give you guys some information to help you when you're out here searching for somebody to help you create your course, when you're out here thinking about creating your course, and when you're out here purchasing courses, okay? So the first thing is that if you're purchasing a course that's quality, that course is going to have an intentional experience, right? If you're looking for a course that's quality, let's say you're going to purchase a quality, there is going to be some type of funnel attached. It's going to be more than just click this button and buy my course. There's going to be like a real actual sales page. It doesn't have to be a website, but it's going to be a real actual sales page that was aligned with that course. There is going to be information on the course. You won't have to buy the course to find out what's inside of it, right? Either they're going to give you like a sneak peek on the sales page. They're going to provide you with the information as far as what the modules are containing inside of the course, right? There's going to be information available to you without you having to ask, without you having to search or figure out and guess, okay? And once you purchase the course, or even if you don't purchase the course, but simply because you clicked on that sales page, there are going to be email communications that are going to start to flow to you, right? If the person knew what they were doing, they were collecting your information from that sales page, whether you purchased or not. And then they're going to start communicating with you based on the information that you gave them from the sales page, right? So they're going to start sharing information with you about their course, even after you purchased it or before you purchased it, right? Because now they have your information. That shows you that they're trying to create an intentional customer experience, and that they thought through at least the process of how to attract you as a customer. the second thing you will notice is that there's going to be an actual focus and a flow with the course material. So if you're creating a course, you need to make sure that your course has a flow about it, right? That it makes sense, that the order of your modules makes sense, that the information is easy to understand, and that there is a order and a way that everything is supposed to be completed, whether or not the person completes it in that order or not. That is the same thing you will notice on your sales pages, and that's the same thing that you should be able to see when you were considering purchasing a course. And it should be what people can communicate to you if you're considering working with you. Now, if you come to somebody, right? Let's say you came to somebody, you wanted them to help you with your course. You wanted them to help you create your course. If they can't specifically tell you from start to finish before they take your money, what it means to create a course and what that actually looks like and what you're actually going to get at the end. Like at the end of this, you're going to have an actual course. Not at the end of this, you're going to have a list of ideas that you can then take to somebody else and make a course, right? They are supposed to be helping you create a full course if that is what they're saying they're doing. So you guys have to do a little bit of research and make sure that you are investing your money properly and that you're getting what people are saying they're giving to you, because I'm finding that too is happening to people. They're paying money and then they're not getting what they said they were going to get. So it's very frustrating for me, right? Even though it's not my money, I don't like to see people's money being taken. And then for those people, now they're afraid to invest and work with somebody who can actually help them because they've already been taken, right? And we work hard for our monies. I'm sure you do too. So I don't want you to just be out here throwing your money away. The next thing is that courses that are quality courses are inclusive. And when I say inclusive, that means that they have the ability for people to work with, for people to complete their course, even if they have disabilities, right? Inclusive courses they have like the audio parts inside of the course, they have the transcripts inside of the course, and they have the video inside of the course, right? They have a little bit for each and every single person that could possibly purchase that course. And that says a lot about your course creator. That lets you know that that person actually cares about the people that they're selling the course to, and that they're not just out here trying to make a quick buck, right? So that's something that you want to ask about. And if you can't see that on the sales page, you should have the ability to reach out to chat or something with that person to find out if their course is inclusive. You also want to and there will also be captions on the videos, okay? Because what we've learned is that people are oftentimes, they may hit play a video, but they're doing other things. So sometimes they can't necessarily watch the video, but they want to hear it. Or they want to read the screen and they can't hear, right? So you just have to think about everybody who could possibly be buying your course, and you want to make sure that you are reaching as many people as possible. The next thing is that a course that was made for a specific type of learner. If you are purchasing a course, if you're creating a course, you need to understand the learner that you are selling your course to. So are you speaking to adults or are you speaking to children, right? What type of group of people are you speaking to? And then you need to understand how they learn best, because there's a different way that you would present or create a course for adults versus how you would make it for children. Okay. And anybody who's professionally creating courses has that understanding and can speak to you more about that in detail. You want to also consider the different types of learning. So if you buy a course, you want to think about how you learn. If you're selling a course, you want to think about how others are learning, right? Are they visual people? Are they people who have to learn by hearing, right? There are 4 different types of learning styles at least, and people learn in different ways. So when you're creating your course, you want to make sure that there's a variety of the way you're teaching it, right? You want to make sure that you're utilizing a variety of what we call modalities so that people have the ability to learn the best way that fits their learning style. So it could be visual, right? You may have a presentation, maybe you're on the screen talking to them, maybe you have some worksheets or some activities that they can do that go in conjunction with your course. All of these are different learning styles, and if you include all of those things, then again your course will be diversified, and it'll be inclusive, because it will now be not only speaking to one group of people, but it's speaking to how people learn differently, right? So you're making sure that you create your course so that it can help everybody. The second thing that you want to do and you want to make sure is that the information that you're creating, that you're purchasing inside of your course, and the information that you are giving in a course, if you're creating it, you want to make sure that that information is relatable, and you want to make sure that that information is relevant. So if somebody created a course, let's say in, early 2000, and it's the exact same version of that exact same course now, and we're in 2022, you might want to stop and think about purchasing that course, because if it hasn't been updated in this amount of time, it may not be something that's going to be relevant to whatever it is that you're trying to learn for today. And that's one of the myths about courses is people create a course and then it's like, oh, you create the course one time and you never have to touch it again. Sometimes, right? But if you're creating a course and information is changing and there's relevant information in the market that relates to your course, you need to make sure that you're staying on top of that as a course creator, and you need to be making changes and updates as they come. It's not to say that you have to update your course every year, but you still should be keeping abreast of what's going on and any changes and new information that you can share with those people who have purchased your course, and update the course so that your course stays relevant. Because nobody wants a course that was made for 10 years ago and they go to purchase it today and realize when they get into it that none of the information in there is helpful to them today, right? And even the look of your course. If you created a course and you designed it 10 years ago, you might need to update the look, right? You might need to just re-record it simply for the video, right? The audio quality that has changed and improved over time. You want to make sure that you're keeping your course up to date, and you want to make sure that the courses you're buying are up to date, okay? So that's something that you want to consider as well when you are thinking about creating a course or when you are purchasing courses. I know these aren't things that people naturally just think about. When you like go out and buy a course, somebody's selling it, you just go buy it, right? Especially if it's a low ticket course. But you want to make sure that even if that course is only $10, that it still is going to meet the needs that you have for that $10 that you're spending. So if it's not doing that, then you want to make sure that you aren't making a mistake before you make an investment. And I don't care how small that investment is or how large. You want to make sure that you're getting your money's worth. And I'm saying that because even if you're choosing to create a course, I want you to give the same amount of energy, the same amount of effort, the same amount of knowledge that you would put into a $2,000 course. I want you to put that into your $27 course, because if you're creating it, it's going to be a representation of you, right? It's a perception of you, your business, and your knowledge and your authority. And if you cheat the course because it costs less, then your people aren't going to get the value that they need, okay? So that's my time today. So I hope you guys found the little tips that I provided to you helpful, and that you don't get caught up out here purchasing trash courses, and that you're not creating trash courses, and that you're actually getting and creating quality courses. And if you'd like to work with me, you can schedule a consultation. The link's in my bio, and you can have a free 15-minute consultation, and we can talk about getting you to create a quality course. And you can get on the wait list for my course that is actually coming out very, very soon. And so now is like the last call for the wait list, because the course is about to come out, and those on the wait list get exclusive pricing and other things, and those that are not will not get that benefit. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Camicia. Oh my goodness. She was spitting some fire as usual. And I hope that if you are ready to build a course, that you are taking notes today and that you are paying attention. She gave it to you from the perspective of the person who's building a course, or a person who is actually getting someone else to do it for you. All of the same rules apply. So Camicia, thank you for that amazing information today. I hope that you guys are really, really paying attention. And if you do want to work with her, make sure that you click the link in the bio, right? Click the link above my head first and give her a follow, and then go to her link in bio and connect with her. Make sure you go to the DMs and start having a conversation. If you have a question for her, she's friendly. Just ask her your question and get a conversation started. So we're really excited about being here. We share information about all the things that you guys need to know. And we're just excited about being here. All right. So great, Jim. Yes, yes. Okay. Okay. So Max has been here since you were speaking from the beginning. All right. All right. Okay. I was getting messages at the same time. All right. So I am Coach Tamika James. I am here. I'm going to do my presentation next. I am the host of the Masterclass Marathon. We've been doing this for a couple of months now. If you would like to be a speaker, make sure you click the link in my bio and make sure you fill out the quick, short application that will allow you to be able to be a speaker here on the marathon. We share information about our businesses. We tell you how to do what we do. We give you tips, we give you tricks, and we also tell you how you can work with us. If we were not exposing ourselves, there are so many of you that would not get to know who we are, that we exist, and what we actually have to offer. So everyone that comes is able to share that info and then has 2 minutes on the clock to tell how you can connect with us deeper. Okay, so I'm Coach Tamika James once again. I'm a life and business coach. Let me get my timer on the clock. I'm looking at messages, guys, because my assistant is sending me messages right now. So all right, I can't deal with that. I just can't. So today, what do I want to talk about? I want to share a little bit of my own experience. I'll tell you a little bit more about who I have been for most of my life and where I've gotten to up to this point. And I want to talk about the exit plan for your business that you're in. Generally, guys, when we decide to take on whatever career that we take on, we probably should know that we're not going to do the thing forever. It's just not. I mean, there's no possible way that whatever you're doing today at the age of 15, 20, 30, and then you get to be 60, 70, 80, you're doing exactly the same thing. So at some point in time, you have to begin to realize what is your exit plan for wherever you are and whatever it is that you're doing. Now, here's the crazy thing. Usually when you start something, you're so excited about the career that you started, you don't really in the beginning have time to think about an exit plan. But what I want to do, take the time to share with you is that about 20 years ago, I made this choice. I was having a conversation. You all have to be careful of the things you say, which could be either positive or negative. So one day I was having a conversation with someone about how long I wanted to be in the beauty industry and be behind a chair. And literally, guys, I said that I did not want to be behind a chair past the age of 45. This is what I said to myself. And do you know when I turned 45? And in case you guys didn't know my age, you just found out. So I said this back then, and literally, guys, as I'm turning 45 and I'm looking at my life, I'm no longer a stylist. I decided to put the shears down. So one thing for sure is that I manifested the 20-something years that I would be in the industry back then. So be careful of what you say. And also, you should be making a strategic plan to not be doing something forever. So I want you to think about where you are today and how long do you considerably think that you'll be doing exactly what it is that you're doing right now. Now, when you begin to think about this, there's something that starts to happen in your brain, which is I'm here, I'm going to enjoy the journey, but when I'm ready to exit, what would that look like? So for me, about 2 years into my beauty career, I began to say to myself, I need to make money when I'm sleeping. I need to make money in my sleep. So I started educating. I love, love, love educating. You guys know I come here every week. I teach a lesson. I'm teaching on live quite often. And I love who I am as an entrepreneur, and I don't mind sharing. So because I knew who I was as a person who didn't mind sharing, I started full-fledged educating, and I took it serious. I decided that I was going to go to wherever I needed to go. I set up classes in my own business. I set up seminars at hotels where I would book out the day or 2 days at a time, get lunch for everyone, and really put on a real good event for everyone. I got to the point where I realized I had to go a little further, because if I was just educating at those hotels with a few people that decided to sign on, how do I reach the masses? So I began to move outside. So I started doing public speaking. I went to the trade shows. I went to the large companies, and I began to present myself as a person who had this level of information that other companies and other organizations did not have. So as I did these things, I began to grow as a leader in my own space. I'm sharing my story because if you don't want to do just what you're doing, you have to find another way to make space for yourself in another arena where you already are. So I decided to become a leader without even saying, oh, hey, I want to be a leader. Now, I will share with you, I did make this statement back a long time ago, and I decided that I wanted to be a household name. I wanted to be a household name for weaving, hair extensions, and hair replacement. And I did just that. So what I'm sharing with you is if you're thinking about your exit plan, you have to start making some decisions right now on who you are to the world, who you are for yourself, and what will you considerably be doing later on down the line. Now, because I knew I was educating, I knew that as I would progress along the journey and I started to see it clearly, that when I was ready to put the shears down, I would educate. It was clear. I knew that's what I would do. So I began to make instructional videos. I began to make all sorts of digital products. I made sure everything that I did was recorded, and I still do. So if you're listening to what I'm saying and you're ready to do something different, make sure you're recording everything that you do. When you go live, you should save these. You can chop them up and you could do other things with them. Some of this information that we're sharing right now on this live can be used in our own programs. If I'm sharing an exit plan right now here on live, why would I say this message all over again? So we have to make sure that we're being very conscious of what we're planning, what we're saying, what we're doing, and how we're using all the information. So over time, as I said, I began to record everything that I did. If I did a session where it was free, if I did a paid session, anything I did is recorded. Now, fast forward, let me share how can I use some of the recordings when I'm talking about this daggone exit plan. So I run several memberships and programs currently. When I decided to put the shears down, I decided to make sure that the world knew that I am a coach. So I'm helping other businesses to grow and build their businesses. And I'm also helping those who want to do exactly what I've done, which is to take my knowledge, package it up, and use it by recording everything and figuring out what needs to be used where. Now, we use fresh information when fresh information is needed. But I'm going to share with you one of the things that I did at one point in time. I created a course which consisted of other courses that I've done. So I made this wig making course. And because I'm the person who helps you to build out your courses, I'm definitely going to share this with you. So I took classes that I've already taught, which were recordings, and they were sold separately for one technique. And I bundled them into another space, which was a course called the Master Wig Making course. I put 4 videos in there. And then because I had content that I had recorded all over the place, when I was in a salon and I did something amazing that never made it to a real course or a real program or anywhere, I had that recorded. It's valuable content. So I would take little pieces of that and pop it into the course as additional bonuses. So if you're thinking about how can you get ready to exit and get ready to do something different, you've probably been building out things for the whole time that you've been on this earth. So step back and look at what you already have. Now, anytime we're building a course and it needs fresh content because it needs new, fresh content, things that are up to date, things that are going on right now, those are the things that you record and you drop them in there. But please don't forget about the rest of the things you've been doing. Now, I also want to share with you when it comes down to this exit plan, if I'm looking and talking to specifically beautypreneurs right now, because that's who I've been, in front of most of my life. Some things that I learned about you guys are things like you're not running your businesses properly. So you tell yourself that you just want to get out because things are not going well. The reason they're not going well is because you haven't created a plan for yourself. You haven't figured out where you really are right now. You don't know how much money is in your pocket. You're not really sure of how much you really have to invest in something else. And you're scatterbrained. You wake up every day and you just go into work and you're like, I don't know what's going on. So the things that I just spoke about are things that you have to pay attention to. Now, I said beautypreneurs, but any business owner should pay attention to all of the things I just spoke of. So now once you take account of the things that I just actually laid out for you, you have to do something about it. Now, when I'm talking about this exit plan, either it's not going well so bad that you really just need to get out. And for some of you, it's time to go. Some of you, it's time to say, well, where are the holes in the business and what is it that I need to do so that I can make a choice on whether I'm going to stay and be willing to do the hard work to fix things up, or am I going to go? Now, this message comes to you mixed up where I'm talking about the exit plan and building a course, because some of you are talking about, I got to get out of here, and you don't know where you're going to go. Some of you are going to build your course out, and you're going to take all the info you have now and you're going to bundle it up and you're going to create something. Now, even when I say that, I am not telling you that you take everything you know and put it in one course. You can make multiple courses. You won't release them all at the same time because that would be too much for people's eyes and ears. So you can slowly begin to look at your life and think about what is it that you've known over the years that you can share with other people. And that just might be the thing you build a course on. And then you can take your regular life that you've been living and you can promote whatever it is that you're talking about because you've been living this life the whole time, which is easy for me as a beautypreneur. I've been all over the place. So it's easy for me to say, okay, this is what you should do. This is what you should know. I've already lived this. Let me help you with this. Now, those of you who are thinking about what you're going to make your course about, back to what I just said just a few moments ago, who are you and what do you really know? If you take who you really are and what you really know, it'll be super easy for you to build out any course. Guys, you don't need to go out here and say, I'm going to learn something just so I could build the course. You don't have to do that. You can easily take who you really are. And that is why when I'm working with anyone who gets into my course for helping you to build out your course, we got to see who you really are. Because are you skipping over something? Are you going in the wrong direction? Are you not being the natural you that can really share the information in the easiest way? So I just want you to stop and look at your life and decide if you really need an exit plan from where you are. And if you do, a course can definitely take you there. If you guys are also in a position where you need to stay where you are, different message right now. I'm a life and business coach, and I can definitely help you to take a look at where you are and to help you to sit and make some decisions about what is it that you're going to do next. I've done multiple businesses, and what I do is I help you to plan, strategize, and organize. And what happens when you plan, strategize, and organize is you stop all of the craziness. You stop doing 50,000 things, and you literally decide on what you want to do, and you make a plan to actually get it done. Now, the reason why a lot of people don't have success is because you don't take a look at the minor details of what it is that you need to know. So if you're running a business and you don't have enough clients, there's a reason why you don't. So don't worry about just doing random things. Worry about getting the new clients. Worry about showing up and promoting yourself and making sure people know who you are and what you do. If they don't know what you do, they cannot buy from you. So you do have to stop and say, well, what is the problem with me not getting new clients? One of the things that I share quite often, and this is in all business spaces, is this. If people don't know you and they don't know how to tell someone else about you, they won't. So you have to make sure you show up enough to share who you are with people in person. You have to make sure you show up on social media. You have to do all of these things. Now, referral systems are super important. Do you guys, even when you're back to course creation, when you create your course, do you have an affiliate link that will allow someone else to tell someone who you are and what you do and how they can get into your course? It's a link. It gets built out on the back end and it gets passed out to anyone. And literally, they can click a button, they can join your course. So you need to make sure that you get enough visibility and you make it easy for people to share you with others. So that has been a business tip for a regular business. It's a business tip in regards to course creation. I sit in both spaces because I'm a life and business coach. And I cannot deny that I've owned several salons. I've done a trade show where thousands of people have come in from all around the world to literally come in and be educated. So I've always sat in the education space. And remember, when I started telling you my story about the exit plan, I knew from the beginning that I was going to be a person that would help others to learn. If you know more about yourself, you know how to show up in the world. I'm a true educator. I'm a true teacher, which makes me an awesome coach because I take what I know and I teach people how to teach other people. And I also make sure that people are on the right track. So that is me. I love being who I am. I just wanted to share a little bit from that perspective today. Make a choice on what you're going to do, and you just know that you're not going to stay where you are, and you have to make some sort of a plan for what's about to happen in the next 10, 20 years or so. You're not going to be in the same spot. So thank you so much for the lovely comments, everyone. I am currently in Miami. I'm in Florida. And pray for us because the storm is coming. Oh my gosh. That was one of the messages that came across my phone while I was presenting as well. The storm is coming. I did happen to see it. It's crazy because I don't watch TV and I happen to see the storm. So y'all pray for me. I'm going to be fine. But you know why? Because Coach Tamika has to come back and do the marathon and share information and create these programs and courses to take you to your next level. I'm going to be here, and I'm already projecting that. I do nothing but think positive. So let me share what I truly have to offer in my 2 minutes. So I have a couple of things to offer. First and foremost, if you are ready to build out your course and you are a hairstylist, I created something specifically for the beauty industry. If you are looking for your exit plan, you can get started now. I did not start making digital products 1 year ago. My first digital product was in 2004. And then I proceeded to just follow the curve and to use the technology that was available. So I want to share with you that nothing was overnight. So my exit plan started a long time ago. And because I did create a lot of digital courses, those were the things that helped me up when I got to the point where I decided to put the shears down and pick up the coaching baton, okay? So if this is you and you want to make some changes, get into the course. It is only, and listen, I made the decision to create this pricing structure for you because I realized that a lot of you are buying a lot of different courses. You're all over the place. You're doing a lot of things. I took one of my larger courses, I broke it down, and I'm solely showing you how to build out your course as a stylist. So it is only $97 a week for 4 weeks. You pay weekly, or you can pay a one-time payment of $377 and get in right now. When you decide to get in, which should be today, I will give you some bonuses. I have a digital agency which will create your first ad for you, your first flyer, not like a Facebook ad, your flyer that you will put out to let people know that you have a course. I'll create your first one for you. And I'm also going to invite you to come and be a guest speaker at my Extensions Expo. And I'm also going to do something like what we do here on the Masterclass Marathon to be able to give you exposure for your courses. Everyone that is in my program will be on the same stream, and we're going to be sharing who we are with the masses, all right? One more thing I want to tell you about is that I am a life and business coach. And as much as I talk about building out these courses, I do not want you guys to forget the fact that I do one-to-one coaching, and I also can bring you into my group coaching program, which will help you to build out your business. So if you're having trouble with getting business where it needs to be, I've done a lot and I can definitely help you. I've already made the mistakes and I'm here to share them with you so you don't have to make the same mistakes. So that's it. So I'm Coach Tamika James and I'm excited about being here. I want to tell my speakers, thank you for coming today and sharing this amazing information. And if you're here and you're watching and you're just joining us, you're watching the Masterclass Marathon, the speakers that are here, we want you to follow us if you desire to learn more about who we are and what it is that we do and how you can connect with us. Give us a quick follow at the top. It just takes one little click of a button to give a click follow. If you have questions for any of us, just DM us and ask us what you want to know. There was a young lady who I was in Clubhouse the other day, and I was sharing some of my stories and I was giving them tactics on keeping their businesses in order. And I got a message this morning, and she was just asking me a few questions. And I just spent time taking a look at who she was, and then I responded to her. So I'm not saying I have time to do all of these audits and all these other crazy things, but I am just saying if you take the leap to move a little closer, we will actually, I just wanted to share a real story with you. We will actually connect with you and give you the support that you actually need. So that's it. Does any of my speakers have any closing remarks that you guys want to share? If you do, you can definitely unmute and I'll give you the floor before we close out today.
Well, I want to say this, Coach Tamika, right? Again, guys, my name is Garnet JR. I'm a cryptocurrency and business coach, right? I help persons understand cryptocurrency and invest into the market in a more simplistic way and safely. And I want to say this, Coach Jamaica, I always tell people this: one way or another, you're going to pay. One way or another, you're going to pay a mentor or coach to help you get to where you need to be, or you're going to pay by missing out. So you're going to see everyone making this money, ain't going to be making none, or you're going to be paying by learning and making mistakes, right? So there's three ways you're going to pay. So you have to choose which way you're going to pay. So you got to get a coach, get a mentor that's going to help. Don't go wing it by yourself. I tried it. It didn't work, right? And I got to coach myself. All of us have coaches also who are pouring into us, right? I got that, and I have the structure, and I know I can relate that information to you based on my niche. So guys, remember, there's three ways you're going to pay. You're going to pay for the information by a coach or mentor. You're going to pay by missing out on the opportunity because you're not prepared, or you're going to be paying by making mistakes. And that's my point.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Kamicia,
Right.
are you complete over there?
Sure. I just simply want to encourage everybody to take action, right? Stop sitting on the sidelines, watching everybody and comparing yourself to what other people are doing and wishing it was you, and just let it be you, right? Start doing whatever that means to get you to where you're trying to go. And I know oftentimes people will say that, you know, maybe right now this isn't in the budget, or they haven't yet prepared for this, right? But if you want it, then you figure out how to make it happen. And if that means that you have to take on more clients, if that means that you have to do a little side hustle or do something that you know you can do quickly, that comes easily to you, then do that in order to get you to where it is that you want to be. So that you aren't sitting in the same place next year, listening to us talk next year about the same thing, and that you're actually moving forward with your dreams and accomplishing your goals and doing the things that you want to be doing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, I want you guys to know, Kamicia just said to take action. Garnett told you how you're going to pay. As a coach, you have to take some sort of an action first before you can recognize what went right or wrong and determine what your new direction will be. But you have to take some form of action immediately. Act now. That's right. Because as a coach, I can't course correct anything that you do until you actually do something. And even as a coach, all of my clients are going to do things in different ways. They're going to do it the way that they need to do it for them with the same structure that I'm giving them. But at the same time, until action is taken, I can't even course correct. I can't say, oh, we'll do more of this, less of this, tweak this, tweak that, because you haven't done anything. You have to do something. And even when it comes to marketing yourself, you have to go and market yourself in a certain way before you realize that the marketing that you just put out does or doesn't work. You will not know until you actually do something. So if you don't have enough clients, you're not having enough business, you literally got to make a move so that you can see what other direction you need to go in. I was listening to someone, I popped in someone's live, and they were showing this conference, and the lady was saying that she's been at the thing for 8 months. And she said that she really thought she was on the right track, and she was doing so much and she was making money. But then when she actually got a coach and she tweaked something that she was doing, and then she changed the same thing she was doing, just a little tweak, she's making thousands of dollars. And I do want to tell you guys, when it comes to these courses, I know Kamicia and I are the ones that are here sharing with you how you build them out and how you get ready to do it. What you should know is that there are a lot of ways you're going to get paid when it comes to courses and programs and things. There are programs that I run, and it's memberships. And I need to share this with you so you can hear this before you leave. You might want to join one, or you might just want to build one. But memberships allow a member to pay every month automatically. My question is, do you want to build out something that potentially people can sign up and they start paying because of what they need, and they're in there and their payments are automatic? Are you tired of chasing people for money? When you set the things up that we'll teach you how to do, you set the program up, the course, whatever it is, whatever title you want to use, and they pay one time or they pay monthly or even weekly. The program I just shared with you, The members are paying weekly. So every week, boom, there's payments coming out. My question is, do you want this or not? You can do it any way you want. We'll show you the multiple ways that it can be done, but you just need to get closer, because I can't share everything that I know on this live. It's too much. It's too many ways that you could actually be able to educate others without them sitting in front of you. You could create different platforms and different methods of sharing your information. So listen, just get closer to us. We got what you need. And I'm just saying, do you want the money, or are you just going to keep watching us? Are you going to keep the things in your head without sharing it with others? Because there's somebody that's behind you that doesn't know as much as you do. And you're sitting here thinking, oh, I'm not good as the rest of them. I don't know as much as they do. I'm not going to do it. Well, there are people that don't know what you know. And that's it. So you have a great day as well, everyone. And thank you to the speakers. If you want to be a speaker, go to masterclassmarathon.com so you can speak. We'll be back here tomorrow, Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we hope that you have an amazing day. All right. Bye now.
Bye.
Oh, I was supposed to be saying that I'm doing a webinar. That was the message that I was supposed to share with you. I'm doing a webinar at 5 o'clock today. Oh my gosh. Okay. So remember when I was saying that my assistant was sending me messages? I wanted her to set something up, and it's halfway set up. So by the time I get off of this live, I will set it up for you to be able to register for the class that I'm doing today, which will teach you what you need to know to build out your course if you are a stylist. So join me at 5 o'clock for a free webinar. It's on my page as well. And the link in my bio will work. So that's it. That's what I wanted to tell y'all. But I was distracted because she was telling me that a part of it wasn't set up. All right. Okay. It'll be set up in 10 minutes. Bye, guys. Thank you.